Hello, and in this video we're just going to take a look at the Hawking 900 900 lumens cycle light, which is a quite bright unit, which comes, take it out so you can actually see, which comes with a separate rechargeable battery pack. The light in itself is very bright, which is a good thing, because that's what I purchased it for. But unfortunately I found that the battery pack was, as you can see here, as it's supplied, it comes in a little sort of fabric casing with a Velcro strap around. There were no instructions with the light, so I'm assuming that this battery pack and its little casing is meant to strap around the cycle frame using the thin Velcro strap, which it did, and it sat there securely enough, but on the first usage it's pulled one of the clips holding my brake cable from the frame. Nothing too serious, but I just found that a little bit annoying. So what I looked at doing was quite simple: mounting the battery pack inside a standard cycle bottle, and no great expense. The bottle in itself, it doesn't have to be a particularly high quality one. Any standard bottle will do, as long as it's got a pretty wide neck. Then you unscrew the cap. This is very much a Blue Peter. This is one I prepared earlier. So you can see, if we look at the neck, what I've done is I've cut 4 slots, about 5 or 7 millimeters width, down through the threads of the actual bottle itself. The reason for that is just to give the neck a little bit of movement, as the battery pack almost fits inside the neck, but not quite. Doing it this way, well, you'll have to excuse me, I'm holding a camera while trying to mess with this Velcro strap single-handedly. I'll put the camera down 1 second. I would edit this all out of the video, but unfortunately the video studio software that I'm using doesn't tend to crop sound the same as it crops video, so we'd be totally out of sync. But we're getting there. There we go. You see the rechargeable battery pack removed from its casing. And you can see it's just a fairly nice fit. Now, the reason I did 4 slots, I initially cut 2, and the battery pack slid inside quite well, but you may want to remove the battery pack at some point to put it back inside its fabric casing, if you're using the light as a head torch, or any other use where you wouldn't necessarily want to be carrying a cycle bottle with you. So we've got the 4 slots, and quite simply just some old recycled packaging material so that the battery pack isn't rattling around inside the bottle. Just, if you order things mail order, I'm sure you'll have got something like this kicking around, and we basically just stuff about half of it into the top, and we can pop the battery pack inside, obviously with the lead at the top end. Just push that down, and stuff the rest of the packaging material in, so it's all held quite securely. One more bit there. Now, the cap. This is the wonderful thing that I found, purely by chance, with the connector from the battery. If we take the cap and remove the little mouthpiece. Now, in the bottle that I used, there was a little sort of insert in there that helped retain the small mouthpiece. Again, just using a little craft knife that was just snipped away. I don't know if you can see the. You probably can't see the remains of where it was cut, and we find that it is a perfect fit for the connector to just simply pass through. Couldn't be a better fit if it was designed for the purpose. And all we do, because we've got a bit of a gaping hole there, is just take the mouthpiece and, again using your craft knife, just cut a little slot. Don't know if you can see that. Yeah, there you go. Just cut one single slot, enough so that we can slide the cable in through there, and just pop the mouthpiece back in place. Now, if you were never going to remove the battery pack, if you were only ever going to use this on the bike, and you weren't ever going to use it when using one of your bottle cages was going to be an issue, then you could pop a little bit of silicone sealant, anything like that, just to add a little bit of waterproofing. But we've got enough packaging material in there. It's not a particularly large hole. Using in normal weather conditions, normal British weather conditions, plenty of rain, I can't see that presenting a great deal of problem. Certainly that plastic-bodied water bottle is more waterproof than a little fold-over fabric case. So there you have it. The battery will now sit quite conveniently in your cycle bottle cage. The lead from the light is just about the right length, as it is, to reach from your handlebars down to down tube mounted bottle cage. If you needed a longer lead for any particular reason, there is actually a handy extension lead included in the light. The benefits of this as well, it means it's quite simple when you leave your bike to just unclip the lock from the bike and take it with you. And there we go. You can see that's a very bright. Light. So that's it. How to make an easy bottle cage mounted battery pack for the Hawking light. It may work with other similar brands of lights. Certainly I know the Hawking light is manufactured under different brand names, so some other brands may be exactly the same. I can't vouch for any particular one, but for similar lights this should work in quite a similar way. You get the idea, and maybe a little bit more modification might be needed for different size plugs, but yep, all quite straightforward.